morning, good morning. Hi. Hope everyone's having a lovely morning or day. I guess day because a lot of us are, yeah, maybe not morning for you guys. But it is good to see y'all. I'm excited. Today we are going to finish up our regulation tools here so that then we can be all ready for this. So, yay! Should be good. Let's do it. Then do it. Okay, so I want to start by doing my little background for this, which I actually think I'm going to start by doing this. Just layering on some water. That then when I come in, now we can go like this, and yeah, probably go a little bit darker. In fact, I'm probably actually going to grab this color. It's kind of a purpley brown as our base layer. Ooh, kind of like that. Might have gone a little dark on that background, but we'll go ahead and give it a try. So there we go. So harps in general have to be regulated quite frequently. It's not all the time, but it does have to happen. So harps in general, the big reason why is because a harp has a bunch of, because it's made of wood, things shift. Specifically, if you have a lot of humidity or a lot of weather changes, your wood's going to grow and expand, and as a result, the different metal parts adjust slightly in like the distance away from each other and all of that jazz. So over time, as you have those adjustments, the length of the strings will change, and as a result you're going to end up with it being a little louder or quieter than it would have originally started with. So because of that, you end up with some interesting things going on with it. Okay, it's almost dry enough. I just don't want it to be too wet when I add in the color. But yeah, it adds an interesting element. So as a result, most of the things on lever harps are designed in a way that they can be adjusted over time to, and we call that regulation. And it makes it so that when you do a lever or a pedal, everything changes exactly the way it should. And it's important for it to be able to change so that as the wood adjusts, you can adjust as needed with the way that you're setting it. So yeah, quite fascinating. At least I find it very cool. Um, and I find it a very interesting side of harp. Now, I do know how to be regulated. I've never gone through any courses, but I've studied it a lot. Um, and I've studied enough to know that I never want to be a professional regulator. I know enough that I've been able to fix a lot of minor regulation problems, as long as it's just like one or two that are out. Um, Levers or pedals that are out. I've been able to make those adjustments before. I am not a precise enough person. I am very much kind of a it's good enough. It's good enough sort of person. So as a result, I don't think I could ever be a good professional regulator because I would be too much of a close enough, you know. So as a result, I know for sure I will never be a professional regulator, which I am totally good with. Not something I really ever want to do. And again, I'm very much someone who likes to be able to do things herself and pick which ones I don't want to do myself. So, heart regulation, definitely one of those things that I will let someone else do it. I want to know what they're doing so that I can, be able to understand what's going on, but I am also perfectly okay with someone else doing it. Did that change? Possibly. I've had hyperfixations around regulation before, so I know how to do it. Do I want to learn how to do it? Not really. Will I? Probably not. And again, more due to the fact that like I'm not a precise enough person to really become like professional grade at it. And again, I am good with that. I know my strengths and weaknesses, and one of my strengths is knowing how to do stuff like that. But I also know that I have a weakness around something like that that I would I wouldn't be comfortable charging people to do it myself because if the harp wasn't super far out, I'd kind of have the opinion of like, well, it's close enough. And that's not really a job that you can do that with. Some jobs it's okay to be, it's part of why I'm not like never went into medicine. Medicine is one of those fields you shouldn't be just good enough. You need to do it all the way. Um, Same with regulating a harp. It's not the same as the medical field, obviously, but it is uh, something that if people are paying money for you to do it, you need to be able to do it all the way. And I don't think I could do it well enough that people should be charging money for it. Therefore, I don't. Again, if someone comes in, their harp's way off, and it's just like one part of their instrument that is struggling, then oh yeah, I fix things like that all the time. But that's a different thing. That's not a full harp regulation. It's not getting everything exact. That's getting it playable for someone and holding it off until we can get a professional to look at their instrument. Because I think that's my thing is I am happy to, help someone get to the point that just to the point that they can like save up better to get it professionally looked at. I've hyperfixated enough on those subjects that I can do that. In which case, I'm not taking business from someone who deserves it more than me. It is literally which I mean, that's part of it too. I don't want to be doing a not professional job and take business away from someone who actually builds their career on it. That's a part of it as well. I don't think that as a hobbyist I should ever be taking business away from someone who does it professionally, like as their career. Again, because I'm not a professional, I haven't been like certified or anything. So me doing that would be taking business away from someone who deserves to be paid for their craft. But I do find it interesting. There we go. There we go. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Ooh, okay. I'm liking how those are turning out. I think they're going the way I want them to. It is kind of interesting though, right? I I'm liking that. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. Let's see. I'm kind of happy with how that turned out. Yes. Okay, now I do have to go because I've got lessons I gotta teach. But my dudes, thank you for joining. Thanks for watching, being a part of this. I think we're going to doing some good stuff. So I gotta add a shadow in here, but then I think I'm gonna start scanning this in and bringing you guys on the actual like book assembly side of things. So yay! Thanks for joining. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.